Hello, welcome back to the City channel for an episode of our Master League here on FL25 with some big news to start today's episode because we had transfers in the last one. We've got more action in this one in terms of gameplay, but this is a bit of an issue for perhaps for this City side because there has been a move made for Ederson from Al-Hilal. I don't know how you say it, I think it's Al-Hilal. They have made a move anyway for Ederson. They've come in and said, we are willing to give Ederson a transfer fee, a lot of money. We're willing to give you 21.7 million. I want to renegotiate this because I think we could get a little bit more. Because the intention is to keep Ederson around. They've got Edouard Mendy, but obviously they must want to keep him. I mean, Riyad Mahrez is currently there. We say, give us Riyad Mahrez back. Of course, Riyad Mahrez wouldn't make a move back to Manchester City. Well, we're going to say, if you give us 25, we'll agree to it. 25 and you can make the signing of Ederson. 25 million's in the budget to look at another goalkeeper. Of course, we've brought in James Trafford, who could be our number one. That could be a massive move in this transfer window, and once again make another turn in terms of signings. This really has been a massive rebuild. Well, big news here because Al-Hilal have come in and they've said, listen, we will give you 25 million for Ederson this summer. His contract's up next year. We'd lose him on a free transfer. They're saying they'll give you 25 million. You've brought in James Trafford for 27 million. We're willing to cover that deal pretty much for the move for Ederson. Would make a move for a new goalkeeper. Let's have a look at our shortlist actually, because we had goalkeepers on our shortlist, didn't we? But some have made a move because Gianluigi Donnarumma, he made a big money move to Chelsea, so he cannot be on City's list anymore. Lucas Cavalier, who was massively high on our list as well, has made the move to Paris Saint-Germain. That takes him out of the options to Manchester City. But we do have here, James Trafford, of course, has joined the club already. We do have Zion Suzuki, who's playing for Parma. We do have Mila Sivla, who plays for Roma. And we also have Diogo Costa, heavily linked with City, playing in Portugal. And I'm thinking, probably out of all those players, Diogo Costa seems like a good option, although Mila Sivla as well, very good goalkeeper at Roma. He's going to cost 22. Well, he's valued about 22 million. Zion Suzuki. This is a decision we'll have to make if we accept this move for Ederson. He wants to go. 25 million for a player that wants out is massive, isn't it? And I think it's a move that we have to accept. Ederson is leaving Manchester City. What makes this Manchester City side is a game against Everton away at Goodison Park. Everton's side that don't even have a full bench. They have made some big transfers, some big moves in the market, have David Moyes' side, and they've let a lot of players go. It looks like it's going to be Travers in goal, Patterson, O'Brien, Captain Tarkowski, and Asnu as the back four. It's Idrissa Gana again, and also James Garner holding midfield too, with Dwight McNeil playing a central midfield role just in front. In the wide areas are very, very exciting players in former Lyon man Malik Fofana and probably Everton's best player in Iliman Ndiaye. No start for Carlos Alcaraz, for Tiono Barry, for Beto, or Ira Burnham, Mikalenko, Keane, even Gerard Branthwaite and Jordan Pickford. They are on the bench, strange. And it is Yusuf Chamiti who gets to lead the line for David Moyes' side. As for us, we go with James Trafford, who starts in goal. No Ederson, who looks to complete that move to the Saudi Pro League. We've got Nunez, Captain Diaz, Vardiol, and Ait Nuri, that back four. Reinders makes his first Premier League start alongside Roger in that midfield too, with Ryan Cherki in front. It's forward on the right, Jerry Dock on the left, and a start for Erling Haaland, who is through the middle. Once again, new signing VANDERSON is on the bench alongside Nico and Marmoush and Oscar Bob. These players will get opportunities throughout the season. It's going to be a long all season, don't you worry. Goodison Park away for Manchester City's second game of the Premier League season. A nice opening against Brighton, a big 3-0 win, and a really good performance by the City side. And things we hope to continue positively here with a game against Everton away from home. Manchester City have James Trafford between the sticks. He starts today. A chance to impress and say, listen, I should be number one goalkeeper. Or do City then make a move for another goalkeeper? With the chances that, with Stefan Ortega already leaving the club, Trafford being the second choice goalkeeper, looking to take over from Ederson next year, City now in a position where a massive money offer from Al-Hilal in the Saudi Pro League has really turned Ederson's head once again, and he wanted out before the end of the season. Doku and Cherki in real big action in that opening game. Hopefully they can be exciting again today. Also a debut for Tijani Reinders in that Manchester City midfield. Ready towards Ait Nuri. Back into Doku. Good feet. Cherki. Haaland. Haaland with a strike here. Blocked away. Not a bad start there. City creating straight away. Ryan Cherki creating chances. Trying to do the job we saw Ederson do for City. Doku works it wide to Ryan Ait Nuri, who skips inside brilliantly. On towards Doku. Called by Doku. He's gambled though, Doku. But not a bad gamble. There's Jeremy Doku. It's one down the middle. Sailor keeping away by O'Brien. Lovely turn by Reinders. Rodri. Matheus Nunes blocked away. Haaland chases it. Idrissa Gana Gueye clears it out for a throw in for City. Well, it's all Manchester City here in the opening 20 minutes. But dominant against Brighton, they hardly had a chance. Cross comes in. Cherky in the defender at the far post. It's over the bar by Idrissa Gana Gueye. Good chance, swung in by Dwight McNeil. No trouble in James Trafford in goal, who has got the number 1 shirt on his back. Past the fullback Nunes. Reinders and cleared away again, and Rodri in there, and Everton countering down the middle. Chance for Chimiti right to the middle of the City side. PS can't cut it out. Vardiel with a wonderful sliding challenge. And Rodri back into Aït-Nouri. Doku, nice hard time. Everton 0, City 0. Cannot find that breakthrough. And Everton are showing a little bit of danger on the counter. Cherky. Back through to Doku here. Good play. Doku. Back to Ryan Cherky, who's there. And cleared away by Everton just at the last. Vardiel really, really strong defending again. He's not happy with the tackle on him. Rodri, Reinders. Nunes. Great run by Reinders. Cross the box by Reinders. Erling Haaland is there. Saved by Travers. And away by Everton again. Haaland, good hold-up play by Erling Haaland here. Flying challenge on Erling Haaland by Idrissa Gana Gueye. Not for the first time today, Idrissa Gana Gueye's made a foul. Ryan Cherky's over here. This is where Omar Mamouche may come in handy. Doku. Aït-Nouri. Good ball into the box. They're in trouble here. Good defending by Malik Fofana. It's gone out for a corner. Has it no goal kick. Here's Vanderson, the number 2 for City now. Foden. Vanderson. Ball through to Haaland is a good one. Haaland takes it a little bit wide here. Back out to Vanderson. Brazilian whips one in. Chance for City at the near post for Tajani Reinders, who puts it wide. Great chance for Pep Guardiola's side. No, we haven't really had a clear chance for Erling Haaland really today. City throwing bodies forward. And we risk of the counter here from Everton. Vardiel nutmegged and a ball wide here. And Aït-Nouri can't get there for Fofana. And he fouls Fofana, who skips past him. A ball to the far post. Options there, but no one's going to get there. Vanderson was there just in case. Through to Haaland, he's there. Across the box. Mamouche is waiting. Oh, Erling Haaland with a terrible pass. Final balls let us down today. And that's the full-time whistle. Our first away game of the season. Can't put the ball in the back of the net. And we dropped 2 points against Everton. Everton 0, Manchester City 0. Other results from the Premier League. Thankfully, Liverpool did drop points themselves. A 1-1 draw with Fulham. Chelsea beat Villa by 2-0. Manchester United have started the season well. A 3-1 win over Wolverhampton Wanderers there. Arsenal lose 1-0 to Sunderland. That is a shock. So actually, somehow, some way, a Brentford side tipped to go down sits top of the Premier League table. We have now approached transfer deadline there. Manchester City goalkeeper Ederson has moved to Al Hilal, which means City are in a big problem. We need to go and bring in a goalkeeper, and we need to bring in a goalkeeper now to replace him to be the key man in that City goal. Could it be a backup to James Trafford or someone that just competes with James Trafford? Well, that's what we need to decide, and that's what we need to look for in the transfer market. Well, City's goalkeeper situation has become difficult. It's between these 3 players, Yo Costa, Mile Sivla, and also Zion Suzuki. I mean, the most realistic signing would be Diogo Costa. He's someone that we expect Manchester City to go and sign anyway. In the end, they decide not to make a move for him. But he seems like the realistic option. Sivla as well as someone that's been linked with City in the past, but he has no intention, I don't think, to leave AS Roma. Zion Suzuki, a young goalkeeper, we're not sure of him. Costa is already captain for his club team in FC Porto. He's already someone on transfer deadline day with a Jorge Mendes client that City could make that move for, that would be helped by Hugo Viana's relationship with Jorge Mendes. And also the fact that he's been linked with City anyway. I think €40 million seems fair. 2 new goalkeepers that can fight with each other, both costing a combined around €60 million, 30 million each or so, will be what we're looking for. That is if we can get Costa for that price, because he does have a big release clause, which could be an issue. It is transfer deadline day. This could be a difficult one to complete. And a deadline day move for Diogo Costa that works for Manchester City. We pay around £40 million for the Portuguese international goalkeeper, who is needed now with the departure of Ederson, but puts City in a good position now with a squad rebuild pretty much fully completed. Well, transfer deadline day is over. Our 25-man squad is to be confirmed as the Manchester City team for this season, and hopefully the Manchester City team that leads us back to lifting the Premier League title once again. Let's have a look at our official 25-man squad for the season, starting first things with our 8 homegrown players. You have to have 8 homegrown players and a maximum of 17 foreign players in your 25-man squad in both the Champions League and the Premier League. So this is our official squad for the season. Starting off with our 8 homegrown players. Marcus Bettinelli is our third choice goalkeeper. James Trafford is another homegrown player who's going to battle for that chance to play first team football with Manchester City. We've got John Stones, who's a homegrown player. I don't know how much games he's going to have this season. Nathan Ake, number 4 of our homegrown players. He's going to have a big impact, I'm sure, throughout the season. And Nico O'Reilly, a homegrown player in our squad, makes it 5. Moving on into the midfield, we've got Rico Lewis, who's going to be midfield fullback, makes it 6. We've got Phil Foden, someone who's come to the City youth system. He makes it 7. And then finally, our final homegrown player in the squad is Oscar Bob. He makes it 8 for our homegrown players. And now the rest of the 25-man squad. But yeah, Bob, he's going to play a big role this season. Number 47, Phil Foden. Number 18 for the season, Rico Lewis. Number 75 still, Nico O'Reilly. Number 6, Nathan Ake. Number 5, John Stones. Number 1, James Trafford. And number 13, Marcus Bettinelli. As for the foreign players and our 25-man squad, there's 17 foreign players that make up the side. Starting off with a new goalkeeper, new signing in Diogo Costa. We've then got Abu Kadir Kusanov in the squad. Joško Vardiol will play centre-back this season. Ruben Diaz, who'll also be playing centre-back this season. Reunite Nuri, new signing at full-back, makes it 5. We've got Mateus Nunes. We've got new signing VANDERSON in that right-back role for the season. Nico Gonzalez. Rodri, who hopefully can be back to his best this year. And we've got Mateo Kovacic, who makes it 9. Bernardo Silva, who makes it 10. The captain for the club, Tajani Reiner's big part to play this season. Ryan Cherki, 85 rated, massive part to play. He's already developing massively with his quality. We've got Jeremy Doku, who can be an incredible player for the side this season. We've got also Savinho, hopefully has a better season in that role on that right-hand side and the left-hand side as well. Omar Marmoush as well. And then finally, Erling Haaland make up the foreign players. And of course, we mustn't forget as well, the final one that we did skip past as well. We have got Vita Heiss, who is in the squad for this season. The likes of Jemai Simpson-Puzet, and others as well, younger players, Divine Mukasa, and people like that. They're not involved in the squad, first team anyway. Makadu either. They are not very young. They're under 21 massively, so they don't count towards it. But that is the starting 11. That is the starting squad for the season. 25 players, and hopefully, following the squad rules, that is a squad that wins us the Premier League, the Champions League, and the FA Cup. Well, the final game of today's episode is the kick-off of our Champions League campaign, with our first game in the stages to get to the knockout stages going away to Ukraine to face Dynamo Kiev. Some very good players in their side, really. The goalkeeper, the highest rated player. They've got a big centre forward in there. Some players that have come through their side over the years. Van Aert on the bench has been one that's been linked with bigger clubs over the years. As for us, we're going to go with Diogo Costa making his debut. He's going to be our Champions League goalkeeper this season, our cup goalkeeper. He starts in goal. It's VANDERSON making his first start for the club alongside Kusanov, Vardiol and Nico O'Reilly in that back four. A midfield 2 of Nico and Tajani Reinders. It's Foden in front with Oscar Bob on the right. Jeremy Doku on the left. And Erling Haaland, captain side, he is down through the middle. On the bench, we've got Trafford, who is going to be playing the Premier League games this season. I'd like to get games today and more game time for the likes of maybe Savinho, Kovacic, Lewis, John Stones as well, and maybe even Vita Heiss, depending on the way this game goes. Well, Champions League action now for Manchester City, and all 3 points expected here in Kiev for the opening game of this Champions League campaign. City, who did poorly last year, really poor in the Champions League under this new setting. They managed to get to the knockout stages, not quite. They failed at the qualifying knockout stage after a really poor group phase or league phase as it is now, knocked out by Real Madrid and Manchester City. That really culminated what a terrible season we had last year. A big investment in the side in January and in this summer. Lots of change to the team means a completely new look side at times, completely different to what we expected in this City side. Dynamo Kiev are the team we face, and hopefully with debuts for some big players. Costa makes his debut after recently signed for the club, as does VANDERSON. Hopefully they have a big game in the UEFA Champions League and we can be a competitive side in this year's European competition. We've got to be quicker as Yarmolenko, captain for Kiev, bursts through against Vardiel. Ball forward, Costa. His first save as goalkeeper at Manchester City. Challenge as well. Wide to Nico O'Reilly. Nico. It's a Doku here. Great defending again by the centre-back, who the same centre-back who's cut most things out here today. Sanaf steps out and wins that one. Nico's weak there. It does mean this game is going to fly by completely 0-0 at half-time. I've hardly had a shot because for some reason the game time is shorter. That's the way sometimes things work. Tajani Reinders. Finds Haaland. Good feet. Foden. Doku. O'Reilly. Across the box. Foden with a chance here. Oh, side netting from Phil Foden. Should open the scoring for City there, Phil Foden. Haaland as well. You think he's going to hit it. He works it wide instead. On to Doku. In behind to O'Reilly. Back towards Phil Foden. Hits the side netting. What a chance for Manchester City. Doku. Wide to Bob. Good defending. Reinders takes it down. VANDERSON keeps the run going. Him and Bob both decide neither of them will go for it. Bob goes and wins it back here. Oscar Bob. Erling Haaland is waiting. Good defending behind for a corner. I think there's a foul in there anyway. A foul in there for them, which I don't quite understand. Free kick goes Kiev's way. Doku forward. Nico. Reinders. Oh, the pass to Haaland there. Could have got us a chance. Long ball forward. That's going to be it. Full-time whistle goes. A 0-0 in Dynamo Kiev in the Champions League is a bad start to our campaign. And it ends today's episode, which unfortunately flew by once again. But more action, of course, in the next one, because there's no transfer action in the next episode. So thanks for watching. Please like the video if you're ready. Please subscribe to if you are new. And we'll see you guys, hopefully, for more goals and more excitement. This one certainly hasn't been next time.